Benjamin Cowan's telling me I'm in a bear market. Raoul Power's telling me I'm in a bull market. What is the answer? I don't know what's going on in crypto. Can you tell me? Well, guys, this is you, and this is how you're feeling right now. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to be doing and what I think is really happening in the market right now. So hit the like button and let's get into today's video. Now, here we are, guys. Here's a tweet from El Crypto Prof, and you can see he's saying that we are now in a point where the DXY, or the US dollar, is now moving into the red zone, and every time this has happened in the past, it's been a bull market for crypto. And on the flip side of things, you then have Benjamin Cowan, a YouTuber, telling you that Bitcoin is not in a bull market yet. It's going to be another 6 months or another year because of the Bitcoin halving. You've got Raoul Powell saying the Bitcoin halving is meaningless and it's all about the liquidity cycle. Well, who is right? Are we in a bull market? Are we not? Well, guys, the difference between me and all of these people is I am going to tell you that I don't know. And the answer is that they don't know either. But I know you want to know, and I know you want to know the answer. So you just have to calm down and understand that it's not about knowing the answer to this, but it's knowing that we don't know the answer to this and how we're going to use this to operate in cryptocurrency. Now, how do I know that they don't know the answer? Well, one person knows the answer because we've got a 50-50 chance of being right. We've got a 50-50 chance of telling you we're in a bull market and a 50-50 chance of telling you I'm in a bear market. So, you know, I might flick a coin, I might get lucky. But the only thing we do know is that crypto is cheap right now. But here's one thing I'm going to tell you, and this is probably what makes people do stupid stuff in crypto. Everyone wants a definite answer because everyone wants to make money and no one wants to lose money. If you don't want to lose money, I obviously understand, but if you can't handle losing money, then don't trade crypto. Go and do something else. There's lots of other ways you can make money. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Although you can get rich quick, there is a good chance of getting poor quick as well, okay? You need to understand, though, that no one understands what's going on in the charts. So what do we need to know? I need to be able to look at a chart and identify where it is. This is a Bitcoin chart. I'm going to keep this really easy for you. The Bitcoin price right now, today, is $30,389. There's a fairly equal and opposite chance of it doing this and it doing this. Now, I have my idea that it's probably more than likely going to be pushing towards the upside, but I can be wrong. But I do know that at some point in the future, Bitcoin is going to be worth more money than it is now. That's an easy one. I know that Bitcoin could well get towards this level, could well get towards this level, and could well get towards, you know, 100K or more. When's it going to happen? Here's your next question. I don't know. And if I don't know, then you don't know. This is something we need to understand. And you're probably going, well, yeah, this is brilliant. Guys, you need to stop looking for a definitive answer before you're willing to pull the trigger in crypto. Because if you want to buy crypto, then there's no better time, theoretically, than in the bottom of the bear market. Or, you know, that was obviously back here. But it's more than likely you're not going to get back towards these zones. In my opinion, I can draw a line on here, which I think the worst case scenario right now is that Bitcoin gets back to here. And that's what I think might happen, and we might have a bit of a boring sideways action. On the flip side of things, in the next 5 minutes, you could have a bit of news that causes this, and you don't know what's going to happen. No one knew that BlackRock ETF was going to come out, with the exception of probably the people at BlackRock, before it dragged us out. If it wasn't for that news, then the SEC would perhaps have dumped us down. We can't even hear about the SEC anymore. No one even knows anymore about what's going on with the SEC. Maybe next week or in the next 2 days, you suddenly get a new piece of news from the SEC that drags the price down. The price is being manipulated, okay, by a lot of factors that you have no control over. So there's no idea of what's going on. And I know you don't want to hear that. So what do? We need to identify when the price pulls back and identify that it's going to be cheap. And identify that if I buy into a crypto project right now, that there could be a good chance that I sit at 50% down on that investment at some period of time. If you can't handle that, you need to go away and do something else. And you need to stop blaming other people. If someone tells you about a cryptocurrency and it dumps, and you're like, oh, you told me to buy this coin and it's down 50%. Don't tell you to buy anything, guys. You get a grip of yourself and man up. Or, you know, whatever it is, grow up, okay? I know they're probably not allowed to say man up anymore. Sorry for anyone who's offended by that. So what I need to do is how to identify where I'm going to buy. And I tell you over and over again, guys, it's in the buy zone. The secret's in the buy zone, yeah? So let's tidy this chart up. I'm just going to keep looking at Bitcoin, and this works for every other cryptocurrency out there. If it works on a chart and people can invest in it, this is the same for everything. Now, I told you the other week that Bitcoin was down in a nice buy zone here, where we have this big push comes out from a nice sideways consolidation. This tells me that this is a buy zone. This is where big money was buying. We then get a long time. This was what? The 15th of March, and eventually, look, it returned on the 15th of June. So what? 3 months later, literally 3 months to the day, it returns back into this zone. And whereas everyone who was buying up here was panic buying into it, they then got dumped on and it went down 20%. Now, I'm not saying it's going to get down to the zone again, but it might do. Now, what we can identify, we have to go into smaller time frames because we don't really want to be buying at the top of these pumps, right? Is we want to identify a pullback. But it depends how much you want to have a gamble, right? I was telling you to buy before, but really, Bitcoin actually looks good in a buy zone right now. This here shows me a price where we got big buying happening again from 29,000 all the way up to 31,000. You can see this big buy zone pushing up here. Notice what happens. We then get back into this zone and we start to get bought up again. Now, I don't know. I tell you again, I don't know whether Bitcoin is likely to break beyond this line. If Bitcoin breaks beyond here, then we could see a very big push aggressively to around 40K. But if it gets rejected, you could see it coming back down to 25K. So what does that mean? It means that if the price falls from here and could be down 16%, price goes up, I might never see this price again. And because I might never see the price again, I then say to myself, well, is it a good price to be buying right now? Well, I think 30K is a good price, in my opinion. That's not financial advice. It's a good price when you consider that Bitcoin should, in theory, in the next 2 years, see 60K again. It should theoretically see 90K or more. But, you know, this is the gamble we got to take. So what I can do, if I've got $100 to invest in Bitcoin right now, is I can put in, let's say, $50 here. And then if the price falls down, then I can put in another $50. And then that means my average price paid is somewhere in the middle, what, like 27, 28 grand, which is actually not bad, right? Because I still think it's going to go to 60K or 100K in the future. Now, if the price is pumping like this, we need to defend ourselves against doing something stupid, because when the price pumps, we need to wait for it to pull back on us. We need to come back and it's going to pump back and it's going to pull back into an area where you can buy again. Happy days. Easy, okay? This is an easy game. Stop buying these massive candles. You would feel far more confident right now buying these big ass candles than you will buying when the price is moving towards the downside. And that's why I tell you over and over again to establish buy zones. And if you don't know how to establish a buy zone and find a buy zone, then you need to be in my Inner Circle Discord, which is linked down below in the description, where I was telling everyone in there last week that Bitcoin was in a buy zone, and since then, Bitcoin has boomed all the way up at 1.23%. I told you Ocean Protocol was in a buy zone. I told you Ajax was in a buy zone. I told you Solana was in a buy zone. I told you HBAR was in a buy zone. XLM. You pick one, guys. I showed you the chart. I showed you what is happening. And on average, those coins are up between 20 and 30% right now because I was telling people in that Discord to buy. So for just $9.99 per month, you can be in that Inner Circle Discord, which is linked down below. And I will show you exactly how you can make 20 or 30% in just a few days by buying in the right place and not the wrong place. So guys, one rule to listen to right now. Anyone who's telling you for sure that they know we're in a bull market or a bear market should be ignored. Okay? You should take on a little bit of salt, take a pinch of salt about what they're saying, and they might be right. Remember, they got a 50% chance of being right. Okay? If I tell you that for certain, this coin I've got in my hand, which I don't have a coin in my hand, is going to be a heads or tails, I've got a 50% chance of being, you know, a clairvoyant. Okay? A 50% chance of being a liar. You know, pick one. This is the same. And understand it's the same. And then you're not going to be far wrong. The only thing we know right now is that for sure in the future, one of these coins, or most of these coins, 99% of these coins are going to be worth more than they are right now. So is it a good investment right now? I'll leave that one up to you. Later on today, guys, I've got something massive to share with you, which is how I'm literally making over $40 a day just by watching YouTube videos. And I'm not even kidding you. I'm going to show you the proof in that video. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to know exactly how to do that. I'm going to share with you how to do that in that video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this. If you're new to the channel, then subscribe, guys. I'll see you later on in that next video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Hit the notification bell. See you later. Bye-bye.